And we're live.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Call It Home. I'm Jake,
I'm Vaughn.
and we are your hosts.
Yeah.
We got a new podcast set up. If our voice sounds better, it's because we got new microphones. We were using some Bluetooth mics before, and now we got some Roadcasters, and they're pretty fire.
They do sound pretty legit. Yeah.
So
Pretty excited about that.
we're stepping up our game for y'all,
Little by little.
little by little. But yeah, welcome back. It's a beautiful day. And yeah, let's have a little conversation here and test out these new mics. What do you say?
Let's dive into it. Well, my week started off pretty hellish. I don't know about yours, but
Well, I sprained my ankle today, so I definitely feel your pain. If you know me, I'm somebody who has chronically weak ankles. I've always had weak ankles, so I've probably sprained my ankle about like 10 times.
Right.
And my ankles are just really weak at this point. So
time to hang it up, man.
it might be time to hang it up.
It'd be time to hang up them basketball shoes.
It might be time, but yeah, my ankle's fucked right now. So
Yeah. Well, there's Jake's ankle, and then my back is pretty beat.
how'd you fuck up your back?
Mine was, I was doing
Deadlifts.
inventory at my... I was doing inventory somewhere, and I kind of just pulled my back, I guess, a little bit on a ladder with a box.
Improper lifting
And,
techniques.
yeah, you know what? Looking back on it, it kind of was a little improper, but at the same time, whatever. Like, I've done that same maneuver like 3-4 different, a lot of different times.
Mhm.
But yeah, my back kind of just shot up, and then I lost breath. Like, it was hard for me to breathe for a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of battling that. I thought I was getting better. Then I hit the gym a couple times, and then it kind of got a little worse again. So I was like, let me just take a step back a little bit. So today I rested. Tomorrow I plan on doing the same. But there's that.
Well, at least you didn't fuck it up doing deadlifts, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like deadlifts are probably like the most,
Well, I haven't deadlifted in a while.
yeah, like the risk to reward ratio for a deadlift is like just not worth it in my opinion.
Yeah. I do a lot of like straight leg deadlifts,
Mm-hmm.
RDLs and stuff, but not barbell. I haven't done that since like high school, really. I always hated deadlifts. I was never a fan of them. I mean, that goes without saying. I mean, it's a great workout, but
Yeah.
I just never really fell in love with them.
I actually have sciatica nerve damage, bro, from doing deadlifts in high school on the weightlifting team.
Really?
Yeah, I definitely tried deadlifting.
I forgot
like,
you were on the team.
yeah.
What class were you?
I was like 145, 135.
So you were in the 130.
I think I was
139 weight class with Julian.
No, I was the one above.
So you're 154.
154. Yeah.
154.
Um,
I did 154, 69, and 83.
Dude, I hated wearing those onesies, bro. Walking out, fucking little pinga sticking out and shit, bro.
I never really minded it.
Really?
No. I liked them, dude. I liked them. My little setup was fire.
Dude,
too.
I
It
was
had the
so
nice shoes, it
self-conscious
had the
of
nice
that.
socks. Yeah. I had the black singlet for one meet too.
Really?
Remember the black
Is
singlet?
that varsity or something? Like what's
That was like the rare singlet. So everyone had red ones, but the rare one, Julian had a black one. He always flexed it.
I feel like Julian always had like the nice gear. Like if he was on a team, he had
Anything,
somehow
right? Basketball. And
yeah,
everything, right?
somehow he always ended up with like nice gear.
Yeah.
He had like a plug or something.
Oh, that's funny. That's good stuff.
But dude, I was always like so self-conscious, just like walking out there and
Yeah.
like I don't know, I didn't like it, but
My my week started off with that though, and then from there, my bike gets stolen. So I'm on a little electric bike right now to get around, and just got it, and then it gets stolen while I'm at the gym, which is definitely very unfortunate.
dude, that fucking sucks.
Yeah,
That's terrible, and fuck that piece of shit person who stole your bike because you
Yeah.
had it locked up and everything, right?
yeah, it was locked up. Yeah, everything. You told the whole 9 yards.
So they obviously had a plan to walk over there, cut it,
Yeah.
and
And for
skirt
nobody
off.
to see anything that's happening, like right there in Waterford Lakes, you'd imagine like someone would see something happening. But even then, like, what are you gonna do? Like, there's so many stores around. Who knows what store the person on the bike could be in?
Yeah.
For them to go inside and be like, "Hey, someone's bike just got stolen from out there."
Mhm.
I don't know, but that happened. It is what it is. I've gotten over it. Whatever.
I definitely feel like
you kind of just gotta push through moments like that.
For sure, but I definitely feel like there should be like cameras on other stores.
There's not though. There's no cameras on either end of the stores.
Really?
No. So.
Yeah, move your mic a little bit closer. Yeah, there you go. Good.
So there's that.
Well, yeah, dude, that's really unfortunate. But I do feel like Waterford has kind of, as the years have passed, it's gotten more like ratchet, I guess.
Dude, definitely.
You know, it's not the same as I remember it was when I was a kid. So I don't know. I feel like you just gotta be a little bit more careful out there.
One night while I was working, shots went off.
What?
By the Regal, yep. Shots went off, like 3-4 shots.
Damn.
Came out on the news that a lot of places shut down, like restaurants, and they're like, "Yo, we're closing early. Like, forget about all this mess, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
But we stayed open, and you know, the next day it was on the news. A couple like teenagers got shot.
Did they die or?
No one died.
No one. Okay,
no
that's
one died.
good.
No one died. But still, yeah, it's crazy, dude. See all like the hoodlums like gathering up, walking around. I still see it because I still work in there.
Yeah.
So on a Friday night when I'm getting off, like I'll definitely see like the group of like teenagers walking around, like, sagging their pants and shit. It's so funny.
Well, I remember like, you know, back in the day, that was the spot, you know.
That's what we did
for us after when we were in middle school.
Yeah, hide and seek in Target was insane.
And just trying to go to Waterford with like some girls and shit.
Yeah, baby. All you needed was a $20 bill.
Yeah.
Back then,
Shit,
you was good
that.
with it. You was good with a 20.
Less than that, bro.
Oh my god, $20 now in Waterford to get you fucking popcorn. Literally popcorn.
Just popcorn, no soda. Unless you got a coupon.
Yeah.
But
you seen helicopter today went down.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, helicopter today went down. 6 people passed away.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
There's actually a video of it. It's crazy. It looks like the helicopter just falls out of the sky. It was a family from Paris visiting New York, and they went up on a tourist helicopter tour. And yeah, you see the blade flying because everything like falls apart. It looks crazy. Like in the video, the helicopter's just like falling out of the sky, and then you see the blade like way up ahead in the distance because the blade detached at some point, and you see the blade.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that happened.
And you said it's a tour
into the Hudson. Yeah, it's a family of 6.
God.
Yeah.
So they're like on vacation and.
Yep.
Damn, that's terrible, dude.
Pretty awful news. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's so rare too. Like.
Add another one to the list of everything else that's going on with the plane stuff.
Yeah.
I felt like it kind of like quieted down for a little bit.
Well, honestly, so there was a lot of like plane crashes, like, you know, kind of like in the same sequence, which is pretty rare. But to be honest, I think that the amount of plane crashes is still lower than like typical. So I think it was kind of blown out of proportion a little bit. Yeah. But still, seeing it is definitely, you know, terrifying, especially for me because, like I always say, you know, I have anxiety riding on planes and everything. But yeah. Yeah, I wanted to talk about something, but it kind of just slipped my mind.
I'll come back to you, brother.
Yeah. But you did bring up
don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to say what happened was like what Kobe happened, bro. Like freak accident, bro.
Oh, dude, yeah. And in the video and the weather, like the weather looks horrendous. In the video, like it looks absolutely awful. You see the helicopter, like you see it take off, and then it just disappears into these murky gray. Yeah, man, you should like pull it up. Like look at the video. The video's insane. Let me see if you can find it on my. Look it up on your phone, dude. Pretty wild stuff.
Damn. So the pilot said, "Fuck it. I'm gonna take your money and we're gonna rock."
Dude.
But that shit did not work out.
You just gotta know, like, as a dad.
You think it's on TikTok?
Like, this is not what we're getting on right now. The kids are probably screaming, crying. Yeah, just look up helicopter Hudson River. Yeah.
Like this one, maybe. Oh shit!
It just falls, dude. Like.
Oh shit!
It's not even spinning.
Bro, it looked like it was just like a piece of like a balloon or something, like falling in the sky.
But look at the weather.
Holy
the weather
fuck!
The weather just.
Yeah, the weather looks terrible. Oh my god, dude! Holy shit! Now the way it's falling looks like a movie, bro. Like slow mo.
Well, condolences to everyone on that helicopter.
Holy shit!
Definitely
R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say something, but maybe I shouldn't. I was gonna say they with Kobe now, but
Bad.
yeah. Well, anyways, you did bring up, you said add to another list of, overwhelming things in this world.
Yeah.
That's something that I want to talk about is the feeling of being overwhelmed because the past like few days I've been feeling like I don't know what it is particularly, but I've been feeling so overwhelmed, and I don't know if it's just like I don't know everything that's going on or just like tasks that I have to do, but I feel like the older I get, the more that gets added onto my plate. I know I'm not the only one that feels that way, but dealing with those emotions is kind of difficult, and it can really dictate your day. So that's something that's been kind of bothering me the last like few days, and something that I've been trying to kind of get over the hump with and work on. But I feel like a lot of people are in the same boat, and you kind of just gotta like take a breather and relax and sit back and try and.
I'll tell you what, brother, you're not lying on that. I'm in the same boat with you with feeling overwhelmed,
Mhm.
but not to switch the topic to me, but I'm in the same boat. I'm sure a lot of other people are who are listening to this. Maybe Jonathan as well. But hopefully, like recording this episode and sitting down with me and having John back here kind of eases that for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Tonight, at least for tonight,
I think it does. I'm really enjoying this
Yeah.
because one, we got the new mics, and I feel like really good about that.
The lighting is kind of relaxing me.
Yeah, the lighting's nice, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
So that's comforting, and then also I have the headphones, so I feel really immersed in the conversation right now.
Yeah.
So I wish you had a set of headphones
I
on too.
I know.
It's nice though. It's
but
nice.
with you being overwhelmed, man, fuck, I'm here for you, right? And talking about it always helps.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, dude. There's nothing I can say that's gonna make it better. You just kind of gotta get through it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But chop it down day by day. It's just day by day. It's
Yeah.
just win the day that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think about the next day or yesterday. I mean, I know it's hard, but being overwhelmed can lead to ultimately being anxious, having anxiety attacks, stuff like that. So it definitely sucks.
Yeah, and that's a good point that you mentioned because I definitely think about the future too much. I start worrying about the future, and I really just gotta ground myself and focus on the present more.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do sometimes, but
No, especially with life happening left,
Yeah.
right, up and down. Someone once told me like, there's someone in a hospital bed that like
Mhm.
wishes they were in the position you were in,
That's very true.
which I try to think of often, but at the same time, not to be selfish, but if anything, if whatever like you're going through, whoever is listening to this, or you yourself, or even me, it's like you can't just throw that to the side and be like, oh well, there's someone else in a worse situation, because then you're just ignoring how you ultimately feel at the end. Like it's good to realize that, to like, maybe catch a grip for a second,
Mhm.
but it's still you can't compare like your situation to someone else's, because ultimately it's still what you feel and still what you're going through. So
Yeah. Well, kind of like what you just said. I was listening to like a Joe Rogan podcast, and I mean, I guess I'm kind of like bringing money into this because money is something that definitely makes people feel overwhelmed, or feel tied down or restricted, whatever it may be. But Joe Rogan mentioned that if you make more than $30K a year, then you're in like the top, I don't know, like 10% of the world or something like that. I don't know what the exact number was. I might be inaccurate about that. But he basically was just saying, like, you're, doing a lot better than a lot of other people around the world, like in other countries. Like, for instance, like Venezuela, bro, their minimum wage is $5 a month. And a carton of eggs over there is just like here, it's like $5. So some people there are working a whole month to afford, one carton of eggs. But they make it through it, and they're resilient people and everything, so.
eggs right now are super expensive.
Yeah, everything is. Hopefully it goes down soon. I'm hoping it does. Maybe it may never.
There's about to be a tariff on matcha, and people are going insane.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, me and Sarah are gonna go to this matcha shop on Saturday.
You better get it in bulk, man. You better get it in bulk.
She got me like a $20 drink, bro. And the drinks they have are like kind of extravagant. They're not just like a regular matcha drink. They have like extra shit on them.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those crazy milkshakes with all like the different stuff in them and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I think they
I like
kind of.
seeing videos of people making matcha.
Yeah, I've never seen how it's made, but yeah, we're gonna be going to that shop, and yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, it's not too expensive, but
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we just got our film developed for the first time. We went to the Colonial Photo Hobby Lobby over there on Mills. You ever been there?
Mm-mm.
Well, they develop film there. So
What's the film from? What event?
We have a little that film camera right there.
Oh yeah. Didn't we use some for in here?
Yeah, we did. So
yeah,
hopefully everything came out
when,
all right.
When did it come?
Saturday. So 2 more days.
Well, let us know. Yeah, take pictures of it.
Yeah.
Of the ones from in here.
For sure. Yeah. If the ones of you guys and them, we'll definitely try and get a copy
That's
out.
cool.
So.
But yeah. So anyway, I'm excited for a couple things to come. Like overwhelmed at the same time, but hopefully like everything falls in place for me to get this spot that I'm looking at, and then got to figure out the getting around part again. But whatever, just a little roadblock. Got to move past it.
Mm-hmm.
I was so pissed yesterday. I'm like, fuck people, fuck this, whatever. And then
After your bike got stolen.
yeah, but then you just gotta sit back and think, whatever.
Well,
what are you gonna do? I mean, it happened. You
Yeah.
can't dwell on it. So
well, at least you weren't like in that helicopter crash, and
exactly. Yeah, someone in a hospital bed wishes they were in a position
Yeah.
you were in. So
there's always pros and cons.
we got all this new stuff coming in too.
Mm-hmm.
The mics and everything. So
The mic, we got the mixer.
everything's all exciting.
We're gonna
right
have some
now.
guests on soon, that's for sure.
Some guests. Be on the lookout for the guests.
Once we get some boom arms, that way we don't have to hold these microphones because they are kind of heavy. So that'll be good once we get those and have the whole setup ready and everything. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to get some guests on though, man. To have some conversation with people, learn more about who people truly are, and really just dive into different topics and things that we haven't heard about, different personalities and everything. So
Right.
kind of bring some new energy to the podcast. So I think that'll be fun and exciting, something to look forward to. So
For sure. I got Miami in a month.
oh yeah, you're gonna go see Rufus the Soul, right?
Rufus.
Dude, that'll be awesome.
It's gonna be great. I'm really excited for it.
How many days is it?
Let go for a couple of days.
How many days is it?
I'll be gone for like 3 days.
No, but is he performing just one day?
Just one night.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
One night at Bayfront Park, Brickell.
Okay, be careful out there, bro.
Of course.
So,
We all know being careful is no fun, right?
well, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, get ready to spend some bread, bro.
No, I'm not gonna spend too much.
Nah,
there.
you don't think so?
Nah, I can't right now. I gotta focus on other things. I really, honestly, shouldn't even be going.
So are you going and you're like thinking like, I really shouldn't be going. Like I should
Yeah,
just
but
stay
it's
back.
the money's already invested. Like tickets bought, places already paid for to stay. It'd be too much to find someone to pay that for stay, and it's just I'm just gonna go and enjoy myself, and then come back and get right back to the grind.
You're going with like a couple people or
couple of friends.
friends, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's a couple of people that like every time like I would be at like a party with them, house party or whatever, and we played some Rufus. I'd be like, yo, like
let's go.
When he comes, we're going. And like if he finally announced his tour, and then we made it happen. So
hell yeah. Nah, dude, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
you're gonna be in the vibing for sure. So, but yeah, anything else coming out for you? Anything to look forward to?
No, that's really about it.
Yeah,
nothing really too fascinating out here. Nope. But those days are soon. They'll come soon.
Yeah.
Right now I'm just chilling, dude. Just enjoying my own time. That's all I gotta.
That's all you can do, man. That's all you can do out here.
It's been laying low, working out and eating good, sleeping good. I've been sleeping real good.
Yeah, I do.
I've been sleeping real good lately. It's been crazy. I don't know.
Good
the
for
dreams
you.
of life have been insane.
Good for you, bro. Cause I dude, I can't sleep for shit, bro.
Jake said that makes one of us.
Yeah, no, literally, bro.
How is it struggling with sleep? Like, how bad is it?
It's pretty fucking bad, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I probably get around like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night. And when I do try to take like any sort of, I guess, melatonin or any sort of sleep products, it fucks me up, dude. Like the other night, I took it's called a U-Relax, and it has like kava and
oh really?
Yeah,
Sounds
and like
nice.
and like some other stuff in it. But I went to sleep, and my girl went to like a Galentine's thing. This was like towards Valentine's Day. And then she came home, you know, kind of like later or whatever. And I was probably sleeping for like 2 hours already. And she comes in the room like very quietly. And I guess she steps on the floor, and the floor creaks. And when the floor creaks, I get up. I sit up in the bed, and I'm like, who's that? I'm like, who's that? She's like, it's me. And I'm like, who's that? She's like, it's me. And then, dude, I get out of my bed, stand straight up, and I start yelling at her. And I'm like, no, listen. I'm like, get out,
What?
get out. Yeah, I get like so close to her, and I'm like yelling at her. And then the next thing you know, I wake up on the floor, and I'm on my knees, and I'm looking at her, and she's in the corner, like curled up in a ball, and she's petrified, bro. And I'm just
You had another night terror attack.
I had a night terror. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck happened? How did I end up on the floor? Because I was sleeping, right?
Oh my God, dude.
When you go from sleeping to waking up on your knees on the floor, bro, I'm freaking out.
You couldn't
bro.
go back to bed after that.
Well, I eventually did, obviously, but
Dude, man, I'm sorry.
Dude, it was terrible.
I know how she feel because it's scary.
Dude, she was so scared, bro. And I was like saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I didn't mean to like yell at you, like you know.
It wasn't even you.
It was me.
Yeah,
but I wasn't aware of what was going on.
It's crazy. I wonder how that works, man.
I don't know. It's just a part of
Is
me.
that the first time it's happened in a while?
That's the first time it's happened while we've been together, and we've been together for almost 3 years now. So, yeah, that's the first time she's experienced like that kind of, you know, experience. But I have had like other, you know, situations.
Did you mention it to your mom at all?
Yeah, I told her about it. Because my mom has night terrors too.
Yeah.
Well, she had them more when she was younger, so I definitely think she kind of passed it down to me. Thanks, Mom.
Shout out, Mom.
I love her still, but
I'd hope so.
but there's been like other times where I'm like sleeping and I kind of like wake up and I'm like, you know, but then I just go back to bed.
Yeah.
But no,
I could picture it. That's why I was laughing when you said that. I could just picture it all, dude.
Yeah, because you were there that one time when we were kids, and I don't know, we were in my room in my parents' house, and I think you like kind of shook me in my sleep to scare me or something, right?
No, so that happened at my house.
Oh.
I went, Jacob.
and I screamed.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you panicked, but it wasn't really a night terror. The one at your house was pretty bad. You ended up leaving your whole room completely, and you tried to like
run out the front door, right?
Try to go out the front door or something like that. Yeah, that was crazy because I was in a sleep of my own.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I wasn't bothering you at that time.
Bro, I wonder what it's like being the other person that's sleeping and waking up to that. Just like,
my goodness, man.
Because, bro,
get out.
I know dude. Like when I was screaming at her and when I like actually woke up, I could feel it in my body how hard I was screaming. You know what I mean?
Undoubtedly, yeah.
You're like screaming for your life. And she was like, yo, like the neighbors might fucking call the cops or something because.
Yeah, did you have to like talk to them the next day?
Nah, bro. It was like probably like I don't know, 1 a.m. or like something like that. So most people around here are sleeping, you know, it's like families and stuff. And
Thin walls though.
Huh?
Thin walls or no?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a townhome, so we're kind of like in a sense connected to the other unit.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But the good thing is that the people on the left and the right of me, they're not typically home. So if there was somebody home and they did hear that, they didn't do shit about it, bro, because they didn't care.
Yeah.
But that was definitely a scary experience, and hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Hopefully not. Trying to think about it before you go to bed, because I heard sleeping on your back. I heard sleeping on your back makes your chances more likely to get like sleep paralysis. And
oh, really?
Sleeping on your back's good for you, but good for your body.
I'm a belly sleeper.
I'd sleep all three positions, but I toss and turn.
Yeah. Oh, I toss and turn a lot too, but I usually toss from kind of sleeping on the belly on one side.
Does it get hot in your room? You gotta keep it cold.
I keep it on 69, bro.
Yeah, keep it cold.
I actually just turned the AC down right now.
Because if it's too hot, it gets hard to fall asleep.
But you do know that the colder it is, the more likely your chances are of getting a nightmare.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because you fall into a deeper sleep.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe you're more like comfortable and stuff. You go into hibernation.
Who the fuck knows? Would you ever want to like practice lucid dreaming?
I actually did used to practice it.
Yeah.
I used to practice in middle school, and the reason why is because Julian used to practice lucid dreaming like all the time, and he told me like the story one time. He was like,
You think Julian ever be overreacted? I already know how
this might be a false story, but I remember it clear as day. He said that he was practicing it on his roof.
What?
He said, yeah, I was on my roof, and I went to like sleep or whatever. I guess he was like laying on his roof, and this was like after school, and one of his buddies was coming home from the bus while he was like lucid dreaming, and I guess in his lucid dream he like walked out of his body and saw his friend, and his friend was like doing something, and then he was like, oh yo, I know you were like doing this and this blah 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 after school that one day. He was like, how'd you know that or whatever? He's like, oh, because I was like lucid dreaming. But who knows? That was middle school. Maybe
Yeah.
he was just like hyping it up.
My brother used to practice it. He said he ran into a lady because they try to draw you deeper and deeper, like the other side spirits, I guess.
Yeah.
To where you can't find yourself back to your body. And he said there was just like a lady in a red dress that just kept telling him like, come on, like keep following me, keep following me.
Oh,
He
hell
said
no.
he followed for a little bit, but came back. And you have to get back to your body. If you don't, then they say you're trapped on the other side. That's what the whole movie Insidious is about.
Really? I haven't seen that movie.
It's about the kid and the son. It starts off with the dad growing up as a kid, and then the dad having his own son in like chapter 4 or 5 or whatever, where his own son starts to experience it too, because he had an issue where he would practically fall asleep. Every time he fell asleep, he would fall into a deep trance or a deep lucid dream.
Well, I definitely don't want to watch that because I feel like I'll have
dude,
nightmares for
you
sure.
never watched the Insidious movies?
No. I've actually tried not to watch scary movies lately because me and Sarah, we were watching Yellow Jackets. Don't know if you've seen that
Oh,
or not.
dude, is it that bad? I've heard it's good.
No, it is good, but it starts to get weird and it starts to get really spiritual, and then it starts to be like kind of like almost like a demon.
Should I watch?
A demon involved.
I don't like that shit.
I think you should watch it. I think you'll actually really like it. But that's when I had my night terror after watching that portion of it where it started to get really like spiritual. So me and Sarah were like, yo, we're not watching.
She didn't like it either.
Well, it was just like when you see that kind of stuff, bro, it's bad energy.
It is, yeah.
I think it's bad energy. And then I ended up having a night terror. Maybe I was thinking about it in my
Most
sleep.
likely were.
And I was like, hey, maybe I saw that. And I was like, hey, get out, in my sleep. But, who knows? But regardless, we were like, yeah, we're not fucking watching that shit anymore. We just need positive, good vibes right now.
Yeah.
But on another note, bro.
Yeah.
Epic Universe, man.
Oh, yeah. It opened. Well, it's not open
Well, it's
yet.
not open.
Yeah, it's not open until May 22nd.
I've basically been to the park without even going. I've seen like every single aspect of it, bro.
Yeah, what's the point in even going now?
Yeah, I kind of wanted it to be more of a surprise. Obviously, when we get there, there's gonna be things that I haven't seen, but still, man, it's like
It's crazy that Disney's allowing all these people to like take videos of it. I thought like that was like very like restricted.
so. I think they have influencers go there to take videos,
Yeah,
but if you're a cast member,
yeah,
I don't think you can. And what happened was 500 employees got fired.
oh really?
I think it was like 400 or 500 employees
For
got
taking
fired
videos
for
and
taking
posting them?
videos. Yep.
Damn, they got caught.
So,
I wonder why they do that, knowing that they'd get fired.
well, maybe they didn't know they would get fired.
I mean,
if
know that.
I mean, maybe they did. I don't know.
It should be in clear cut writing.
Yeah, but regardless, dude, the park looks awesome, and
It does look awesome. There's only like a couple rides though.
no, there's a good amount of
There's
rides.
like 1 or 2 roller coasters, and the rest is like kiddie stuff. I feel like I don't know.
Nah, bro, I don't think so. Like you're saying because of like Super Mario World and stuff.
Maybe I should go on some LSD or something.
Oh, dude, you'd trip.
That'd be fun.
You'd have a trip, bro.
Tickets are gonna be probably mad expensive.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah.
But there's this one tunnel in Super Mario World where it's like enclosed.
The green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of videos of that.
And
My friend went. He has videos all over his Snapchat and Instagram. It's like,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Well, someone was like, mid-June in the middle of this tunnel, bro, is gonna smell like dick water. Well, this has been another episode of Call It Home. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode and hope you guys like the new upgrade. I hope we sound better. And please, as always, give us a like, a follow, share us if you want. And as always, we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace out.